Hey gang, so I just got back from a conference where I happened to witness a conversation between two women that was very interesting. It may have been prompted by me asking for their advice on how to manage change. So I wanted to bring it to you. Here we go.
I think sometimes you need a little bit of a push, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of pull to take that next step. It's always even same thing with weight programs. There's always that one step that's missing that people get bought in, and it's the buy-in. How do you really get them bought in? Not everyone is self-motivated, and a little push sometimes is enough for some people.
So you know what I find interesting is the words you use. You just said, what do they need for them to buy in? And I guess my point is if you have your own, if you have your beacon at the end of that road.
And not everybody does.
But if you do, and I think, and that's my point, I think that is incredibly important for you to sort of get to that end point.
Correct.
And if you know that is your end goal, I don't think you'll be as worried in terms of the micro steps. For me personally, knowing where I want to be is an unbelievable motivator. I don't get lost in the steps from here to there because I know there's going to be pain points. Right. But I keep my eye on that North Star.
On the end goal.
And that's what's helped me through anything I've ever, whether I was here at 17 with no money, or whether I'm here now with a startup, whether I'm a mom of 2 kids, or whether I've had a vestibular stroke, whether, it doesn't matter what it is that you go through in life. Honestly, my personal journey and my story is, if you know where you want to be, you're not scared of the steps needed to get there, because it's going to be painful.
And the fear is always the biggest stoppage for change.
Right.
So often enough, you had your adversities and you came through them. Some people get stuck. Some people need that little bit of acceleration or little help to see that North Star. Not everyone, unfortunately, reacts to experiences the same way. So that's where you want to sort of bring more of the collective, and that's where I think change, a little bit of help matters. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes, a lot of times it does.
Especially as a founder of a company like this, or any of the practices that I've run, it's so important for me to tell my employees what our end goal is. If I keep reiterating what is the end goal, and even with children, when you work with children, depending on the developmental age of the child, what is the end goal? If you know what, you can articulate in a way that they can understand what the end goal is, even if you have to make the end goal maybe a shorter step, even for children, it's easier.
What I found really interesting about these two perspectives is that one was actually focused on internal motivators that can help you push through the discomfort of change and help you pursue your goals. The other was focused on external motivators, when you need support and a little bit of a push from other people. And realistically, throughout our lives, we're gonna need both. We're gonna have to set goals and pursue our passions, because it's always so much easier to win if you're passionate about it. But we're also gonna need support. People who can hold us accountable, or mentors, or what I call accountability buddies. People you can check in with and where you can motivate each other, especially if you pursue similar goals. So my challenge for you this week is to get an accountability buddy. Pick a goal of yours, whether it's a business goal, marketing goal, life goal. Find somebody who also needs an accountability buddy and team up and check in periodically, whether it's once a month. I have a group on Facebook with friends of mine who are also in the street parking program, so a fitness program. And there's about 15 of us, and we check in with each other every day to see if we did our workouts and so on.